Councilman Questa.
Here.
Councilman Torres. Councilman Gonzalez.
Here.
Councilman Keenan.
Here.
Councilman Sedano.
Here.
Councilman Gollman.
Here.
Councilman Mazza.
Here.
President Corrigan.
Here. I'm going to ask Councilman Torres to please lead us in a prayer of allegiance. I'm going to ask everyone to please rise.
Almighty God, as we legislate our community, may a strong sense of justice and fair play permeate all that we do. Above all, may we seek out your holy will. Give us the strength to follow it, regardless of all human considerations. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is a regular meeting of the City Council as incorporating the annual meetings notice of 2014, which was filed in the City Clerk's office, posted on the bulletin board on December 27, 2013, and sent to the Star Ledger of Humboldt Tribune, all in compliance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law of New Jersey. This time we're opening up the floor to public speaking. Is there any member of the audience, taxpayer who wishes to speak to City Council? Please state your name and address if you have 3 minutes to speak.
James Gary, 212 Kingston Place.
Mr. Garrett?
Good evening, members of the council. I come here to have a concern. There's quite a bit of ambiguous ambiguity in regards to Hope Lane. There's residents that have been feuding with the employees at the neighborhood health service, so I need some clarity on whether or not that's private parking, their private parking, or is that a regular pedestrian street?
The understanding is the street, Hope Lane, is a public street. I believe the parking spaces are owned by the but we'll check that for sure.
Maybe because this, situation has gotten to a point where it's escalating out of control now. You have, and it's rightfully so. You have, senior citizens who reside there who actually took the liberty and shoveled the snow, and then when they move their car, you have people from the neighborhood health service coming there, and occupying different spots. So it's becoming a growing problem.
I've had a conversation with the management director there, and I'm going to follow up with our zoning department to make sure they're right. I'm almost positive that the city's responsible for maintaining Hope Lane, for snow removal, etc. The spots are actually responsibility of the developer.
Okay.
All right, I'll double check.
All right, and in addition, I want to take a liberty to remind the city council members, as you all know, in the wake of Palo Alto incident, there has been a trend. Individuals have been bullied. This is a growing trend here, particularly in the city of Elizabeth, and it's not being properly addressed. So we're going to have supposedly Councilman Torres hosted down at the Elizabeth Presbyterian Center on Saturday, March 1st, from the hours of 12 noon to 2:30 p.m. So I hope that you guys can know somebody who's dealing with issues and invite them to this event.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else wishing to address City Council? Seeing none, I close that portion of the meeting. Last public hearings.
Ordinance number 4448, granting encroachment permit to Penn Ave Urban Renewal LLC, Newark, New Jersey, for occupying the public right-of-way of 715, 733 Pennsylvania Avenue.
You heard reading of ordinance number 4448. Is there any member of the audience who's wishing to address City Council on 4448? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting.
Ordinance number 4449, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Virginia Hernandez, 615 Adams Avenue.
Heard reading of ordinance number 4449. Is there any member of the audience wishing to address City Council on 4449? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting.
Ordinance number 4450, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Rockless A. Bogiazadakis, 529 Green Street.
You've heard the reading of ordinance 4450. Is there any member of the audience wishing to address City Council on ordinance number 4450? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. Consider my colleagues on dispense of the reading of petitions and communications and report of city officers. We're going to move on to ordinances on first reading.
Ordinance number 4451. Authorize a bond ordinance providing for supplemental appropriation of $1,500,000 for the reconstruction of a firehouse at 472 Catherine Street and providing for the issuance of $1,425,000 in bonds or notes of the city to finance same.
You've heard a reading of ordinance number 4451. Is there any member of City Council that wishes to motion on this?
Yes, Councilman.
Hold on, we need a motion.
I'm sorry.
Move the order for a vote.
We're going to move it in second. Any comments? Go ahead, Councilman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I'm just ecstatic with the administration moving forward to build a new firehouse over in Catherine and Jackson. As you know, many years ago, we lost the firehouse on Fairlight Avenue in Pennsylvania. And as we stand, at the moment, we do not have another firehouse in the immediate area. The closest one is over on Irvington Avenue. And I'm just ecstatic that we can put a new firehouse in this area because it's the closest will be the closest firehouse up to North Avenue, the Neck Lane, and that whole surrounding area. We build this new firehouse. So I just want to thank the administration for coming forward, and I'm wholehearted in support of this. And I ask all of my colleagues that they would join me in supporting this ordinance. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Goldman. Anyone else? I agree with you, Councilman. It's important when the city spends money, the residents, in this case, can benefit from it. I think that we've done a great job making sure that this project moves forward. Let's have a roll call.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Corrigan.
Aye. 8 ayes. Ordinance passes on first reading.
Ordinance number 4452. Authorize the adoption of the sewer utility bond ordinance in the amount not to exceed $12 million, providing for sewer cash flow repairs and appropriating the issuance of $12 million bonds or notes of the city to finance the costs thereof.
You heard a reading of ordinance number 4452. What is your pleasure?
Move the order for a vote, Mr. President.
Been moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Corrigan.
Aye. 8 ayes. Ordinance passes on first reading. Public hearing and further consideration of the above-mentioned ordinances shall take place at the City Council meeting to be held on Tuesday, March 11 at 7:30 p.m. We now move on to ordinances on final passage.
Ordinance number 4440, grant an encroachment permit to Penn Ave Urban Renewal LLC, North New Jersey, for occupying the public right-of-way at 715, 733 Pennsylvania Avenue.
You've heard a reading of ordinance number 4448. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Corrigan.
Aye. 8 ayes. The ordinance passes on final. Due to the nature of the construction site at 715, 733 Pennsylvania Avenue, it's understood that ordinance number 4448 will granting encroachment permit shall take effect immediately. I understand that the mayor will be signing this ordinance tomorrow morning. We need a motion to approve the resolution for the ordinance to take effect immediately. Can I have a motion,
So
Councilman?
moved, Mr. President.
It's moved and seconded. Let's take a roll call on that.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Grover.
Aye. The resolution for effective immediately will be passed today with 8 ayes. Next ordinance.
Ordinance number 4449, authorizes the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Virginia Hernandez, 615 Adams Avenue.
You've heard reading of the ordinance 4449. What is your pleasure?
The ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
It's moved and seconded. Any comments? Roll call.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Grover.
Aye. 8 ayes. Ordinance passes on final.
Ordinance number 4450, authorizing the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Arachnus A. Bogiatsekakis, 529 Green Street.
You've heard a reading of the ordinance 4450. What is your pleasure?
The ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
It's moved and seconded. Any comments? Roll call.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Grover.
Aye. 8 ayes. Ordinance passes on final. Now we move on to new business.
Authorize an amendment to the capital budget in the amount of $13,500,000. Authorize the cancellation of the sewer utility capital ordinances no longer deemed required. Authorize an amendment to the fiscal year 2014 budget to insert as an item of revenue a Preserve Union County Grant 2014 in the amount of $300,000. Authorize an amendment to the fiscal year 2014 budget to insert as an item of revenue a County of Union Elizabeth Public Library Grant 2014 in the amount of $20,000. Authorize an amendment to the fiscal year 2014 budget to insert as an item of revenue a New Jersey Department of Health and Senior Services Communicable Disease Grant 2014 in the amount of $1,050. Authorize the proper city officials to submit a request to the Director, Division of Local Finance to make corrections in the city's 2014 fiscal year municipal budget to account for change of title and text of appropriation approved subsequent to the adopted budget. In compliance with the best practices requirement of the State Fiscal Year 2012 Appropriation Act, approve a Finance Committee to perform in-depth research, plans, and reviews in fiscal areas. Authorize the award of a contract to Thompson Reuters, a division of West Publishing Corporation in Minnesota for the purchase of web-based data access services for the Law Department and the Municipal Court Division for the period January 1, 2014 to June 30, 2014 at a cost not to exceed $20,000. Authorize the proper city officials to enter into an agreement with the County of Union Department of Human Services Division of Youth Services and accept a grant award in the amount of $11,000 from the Union County Youth Services Commission grant funds for the Night Watch Supervision Program under the Juvenile Justice Commission points of continuum disposition during the period January 1, 2014 through December 31st, 2014.
Heard a reading of the resolutions. What is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
They've been moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Roll call.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Grover.
Aye. 8 ayes. Resolution passes.
Authorize the award of a contract to Northeast Auto and Truck Parts LLC, Bayonne, New Jersey, for the purchase of automotive parts and accessories for the Department of Public Works for the period January 25th, 2014 through February 25th, 2014, at a cost not to exceed $50,000. Authorize the award of a contract to LaBose Elizabeth for the publishing of advertising for a one-year period at a cost not to exceed $30,000. Authorize the award of a contract to W.B. Mason Company, Secaucus, New Jersey, for the purchase of office supplies, toner, cartridges for printers, printers, and fax machines under the Somerset County Co-op for the period January 25th, 2014 through March 31st, 2014, in an amount not to exceed $25,000. Amend resolutions adopted August 27, 2013 and October 22, 2013, authorizing the Elizabeth Development Company to administer the on-the-job training and placement program in partnership with the Elizabeth Port Presbyterian Center, specifically to remove the Retail Skills Center as administrators of the program and to extend the term of the contract to February 11, 2015. Authorize proper city officials to reallocate community development block grant funds in the amount of $46,730.35 to the Elizabeth Development Company, Elizabeth, to administer the on-the-job training and placement program through the Elizabeth Port Presbyterian Center's Family Success Program to connect adult and dislocated workers in the city with training and employment opportunities. Reject the sole bid received on January 11, 2014 for shipboard firefighting training and authorize the purchasing agent to re-advertise for same with revised specifications. Authorize the proper city officials to execute all appropriate documents necessary for grant funds in the amount of $75,854 for the continuation of the Elizabeth Municipal Alliance for the period July 1, 2014 to June 30, 2015. Authorize the proper city officials to execute an agreement between the City of Elizabeth Department of Health and Human Services and the Borough of for services rendered at the Union County TB Reactor Clinic in Elizabeth in the amount of $90 per patient visit, plus an administration fee of $70 payable upon receipt of confirmed medical service. Authorize the proper city officials to reprogram Elizabeth Development Company's project balances to Shiloh Old Cares Project for $177,419.99 and to extend the contract to December 31st, 2014. Establish liens for the boarding up of properties listed on Schedule A on file in the city clerk's office in a total amount of $1,794.33. Authorize the award of a contract to Joseph Jingoli and Son, Inc., Lawrenceville, New Jersey, to provide construction management services for the construction of Engine Company Number 6, located at 472 Catherine Street, at a cost not to exceed $284,307 plus reimbursement. Authorize the award of a contract to Netta Architects, Springfield, New Jersey, to provide professional architectural services in connection with the design and construction administration of Engine Company. Number 6, located at 472 Catherine Street, at a cost not to exceed $372,000 plus reimbursement.
You've heard a reading of the resolutions. What is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for all, Mr. President.
Have been moved and seconded. Any comments?
Yes, Mr. President.
Councilman Questa.
Mr. President, relative to the item, the agreement between the City of Elizabeth, Department of Health and Human Services. I want to make sure my thought was okay.
Good.
The this agreement, Mr. President, is a good thing. It's an indication of the work that our director, Krishna Garland, has been doing. I had the opportunity to attend wellness workshop this past Sunday at the C. Sampson Senior Center, and it was really magnificent. And I think that our director, Garland, should be commended for the fine job that she's doing. Thank you, Mr. President.
Anyone else? I agree, Councilman. She's doing a great job with the health department, and she's coming up with some great ideas, so hopefully we can move in a better direction. Roll call, please.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Torres.
Abstained on the community block grant for Elizabeth Press. Yes on everything else.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Excuse on the agreement between the city and the borough of Kenilworth. Aye on everything else.
Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Corcoran.
I'm going to abstain on both matters involving the Elizabeth Court Presbyterian Center and everything else. All resolutions pass.
Authorize the award of contract to Hatchmark McDonald, Iselin, New Jersey, to provide design and engineering services during the construction phase of the Progress Street Area Flood Control Project at a cost not to exceed $467,000 plus reimbursables. Authorize the award of contract to Hatchmark McDonald, Iselin, New Jersey, to provide design and engineering services in connection with the Trumbull Street Flood Control Project, Phase 2, at a cost not to exceed $198,000 plus reimbursable. Authorize the award of contract to Johnson, Mirren, and Thompson, Inc., Trenton, New Jersey, to provide design and engineering services of emergency generators at Police Department, Peterstown Community Center, and Stephen Sampson Center at a cost not to exceed $154,600 plus reimbursable. Pay utility bills.
All right, you've heard a reading of the resolution. What's your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Any comments?
Yes, Mr.
Councilman
President.
Gollman.
Thank you, Mr. President. The last two items, Mr. President, especially one from flood control on Trumbull and 6th Street, I'm very happy to see the administration move forward. You know, Mr. President, let's go to the body, don't just sit and talk about it, we about it. We're getting things done, we're moving forward. When Hurricane Sandy came through, well, it destroyed practically everything in sight. And at that area on 6th and Ave, where the St. John's Church is located, they lost practically everything. Well, I met with them about 2-3 weeks ago. I guess when they had attendance, maybe 200 people there. And I told them that I was moving forward to fix the flood area. And I just want to just commend the administration to get this on the agenda so we move forward and rededicate and finally set so that we don't flood that area anymore. The other thing is, I'm happy to see, Mr. President, that we're moving forward for the backup generators at the Steve Sampson Center and other centers around the surrounding area. It's something that I've been advocating for a while, and I'm happy to see that we're moving forward because there again, we have centers available for the public when we lose power throughout the city. And likewise now, that will be the same way. Those centers will be the same condition. But with the backup generators, then we'll alleviate that situation. So I just want to say thank you to the administration, thank you to my colleagues, and I hope that we all will support these two resolutions. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Gollman. Anybody else? Roll call.
Councilman Questa. Aye. Councilman Torres.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Corcoran.
Aye, all resolutions pass. Are there any commendations? Seeing none, memorials we have Geraldine Cohen, grandmother of Judge Carl Marshall, Cheyenne Smith, cousin of Judge Carl Marshall, Domenico De Seta, K. Francis Lynch, Quadrigue Tyson Pretlow, and Carrie Reagan. Is there any other memorials? At this time, I'm going to ask everyone please rise for memorials. Motion to adjourn.